Now I know what you're all thinking right now. When am I going to get my hair cut? No, that's happening soon. But today we're going to talk about the episode titles for 7 and 8 of season 6 of The Dragon Prince. I am so excited, guys, because The Dragon Prince, again, one of my favorite shows, and these 2 episode titles could make me cry. What's going on, you guys? James here with some real news, and today we're going to get into the news and my theories for the episode titles for season 6 of The Dragon Prince. Now we're talking episodes 7 and 8 today. Now we've done a whole breakdown of all the episode titles up to this point, so you don't want to miss out right on episode 9, which is, well, the puzzle's coming this weekend. We're probably going to be flabbergasted by that title. So if you don't want to miss out on that, go ahead and hit the big red button below, subscribe to the channel, tap on that bell, and like this video so more Dragon Prince fans can see it. And get loud in the comments and let me know what you think of my theories for episodes 7 and 8. Because there's a lot to dive into here, and it seems like a certain Star Touch elf is going to win. Yeah, not fun. Alrighty, y'all, so let me catch you up to speed if this is the very first time you're tuning into the channel and recap the episode titles in order. We're going to start with episode 1, Star Touched. Episode 2, Love, War, and Mushrooms. Episode 3, The Frozen Ship. Episode 4, The Star Scraper. Episode 5, Moonless Night. And episode 6, Moment of Truth. And on May 7th last week, Ehasz, co-creator of The Dragon Prince and friend of the show, shared a post with the next puzzle for episode 7. But this time it wasn't a puzzle, it was a poem. He wrote in the post, and I quote, "Good morning, hashtag The Dragon Prince title puzzlers. Justin, Richmond, and I have this for you. Episode 607. So let's read the poem together, and shout out to Cami11Eon on X for transcribing this poem in case I misinterpreted any of the cursive writing, but let's get into it. So we're going to start at the top. Gnash your teeth, O dragon fierce, night's not far away. In the sky that watchful eye does weep and stare and pierce. Dance away, O golden queen, eternal fiery flame, while shadows jeer into your ear, don't forge a blade from shame. 8 in a line, O chosen mine, ready for a war, endless burning, hopefully yearning, that love will triumph once more. Let's go. We love it. We love it. You know, gotta love your neighbor. But I do love this poem. I think it was cool. It gave me a little bit of hope. And I read it and I thought, oh man, this is gonna be a happy title. Boy, was I wrong. But before we get into the title, there's one more thing in the poem that we didn't talk about, which is the signature at the bottom that reads Devious Gill, a play on the name of lead writer Devin Gill for The Dragon Prince. Now, a fan on X actually pointed out a really cool observation between this signature and a signature we saw on a book earlier in this series. Shout out that Al Human for picking up this comparison, but apparently the signature on the poem and the author's name for the book, Lost Secrets of Zadia, which Callum finds early in the series, are the same. Yeah, that's an Easter egg for the lead writer of The Dragon Prince, but it's cool. But when it comes to the title of the episode, apparently this was one fans got very quickly, according to Justin Richmond. Just a day later, he shared a post on X that reads, and I quote, 607 answer, well played, you all got it pretty quickly. And the title of the episode is... Who's doing a drum roll? No, put down the bread sandwich, Soren, this guy. The title of episode 7 is The Red Wedding. Remember when I said I felt good after that poem at lovey-dovey? I really enjoyed it. When I think of The Red Wedding, I think of one television series, Game of Thrones. And if you've watched Game of Thrones, in The Red Wedding, well, at least that scene, the episode is The Reigns of Casimir. Yes, that moment was awful. Now, I won't go any further into what happens in that Game of Thrones episode, but it starts off great and it ends awfully. So, I'm serious, there's a surprise massacre that takes place, so I'm nervous. But some of you fans are really optimistic, and I love that for us as a fandom, but I'm just not so optimistic this episode is going to be great in terms of the feeling. Alright, so what can we expect in episode 7? Alright, I have a couple of working theories in my mind, but again, I applaud the optimism of the Dragon Prince community, because I know y'all have been saying it's going to be Amaya and Janai's wedding, and it's going to be so great. The red signifies the flowers. Okay, but I don't think this is going to be all sunshine and moonberries. Do I think there's a chance we'll get a wedding here? Absolutely, because again, Janai and Amaya, they've been engaged since season 4, right? It's been a little while now. Of course, there's a war going on, but that's besides the point. I do think there's someone here that's going to spoil the wedding, and it's going to be Kareem. Him, Miana, and that army that's defected from the Sunfire Elves are coming to spoil Janai's big day, because they do not want to see her marry Amaya and there be some sort of human and elf convergence. They don't want to see that, and clearly because Kareem is also recruiting Sol Regum, the blind dragon from earlier in this series, who, well, might just be swindled into working for the enemy. Now what I think happens is Kareem spoils the wedding, and this is going to cause the Sunfire Elves a lot of harm because the entire community is going to be present, and many of them unfortunately will probably get hurt or die, and Kareem will spark a civil war to then reclaim the Sunfire Elves, and it's going to be up to Amaya and Janai to free their people. I'm getting War for the Planet of the Apes vibes, you know, when Caesar, you know, becomes oppressed and then he's got to fight to work his way out and free his people. So I'm telling you guys, this feels like it could happen in this episode, and we're not going to be happy about it because it's going to spoil the wedding I'm sure we've been waiting for a while. Okay, you guys, so now it's time for episode 8's title. We're going to get into the puzzle that was shared at around midnight on May 11th by Ehasz. This time, it wasn't a poem, it was a video. Now the caption was interesting because it freaked us all out. Let's read it together, and I quote, "Puzzle for #TheDragonPrince608. I suggest turning lights off before watching. Justin Richmond and I will be here for you if you need us." Now when I listened to this video, I felt like Courage the Cowardly Dog because I was shivering and shaking. The video is the puzzle, okay guys? And it's a person singing Ring Around the Rosie, you know, the popular nursery rhyme. And it's horrifying.
Ring around a rosy, pocket full of posy, ashes, ashes.
Now if you didn't recognize the voice, the person singing is actually Zelda Ehasz, which is Aaron Ehasz's daughter, which is really cool actually, and she voices Queen Anya as well. And let me tell you, there's more than meets the eye with this puzzle, because if you turn the brightness up, and I played with the color correction a bit, you can see a wilted red rose in the background, which was also a clue and a hint. And the title ended up being, for episode 8, We All Fall Down. Now this is a very ominous title that, to me, tells us nothing good will happen here, and I think it's going to be an episode full of sadness and surprises. This is the penultimate episode for Season 6, and usually in most television series, the penultimate episode is epic in scale and sets up for what should be a grand finale. So there's a lot of weight riding on episode 8, and I think We All Fall Down literally means what it means, but it's not about the bad guys falling down. I think it's about our heroes. I do think this is the episode where Erebos finally gets his way, our heroes appear to be defeated, and all hope seems to be lost. Claudia will most likely be completely unhinged by this point, already showcasing that psychotic behavior that she did with Terry in the Season 6 teaser trailer, where she's almost about to stab him. To me, Viren is either alive or dead at this point, but if he's alive, he's not with Claudia, and that freaks her out even more and makes her very upset. I do think we'll also get a moment where Terry tries to escape, break free, and join Callum and the gang, but we still remember that Terry is a murderer. I'm sure Rayla, Callum, and everyone else remembers this. So, guys, I do not think that we're going to see Terry join Callum and the gang, and they might not accept him right away, but Terry's definitely leaving Claudia. Like, this is rough, y'all. He can't be with her at this point unless she traps him. Yeah, that could happen. But, wow. The fact that we're already at episode 8's title is insane, and episode 9's puzzle is supposed to be coming out this week. I'm super excited, and of course I'm dropping a video on the season finale title. So again, subscribe to the channel, don't miss out. But if you already sort of forgot the order of the episodes and their names, let me recap it in full for you right now. Episode 1 is Star Touched. Episode 2, Love, War, and Mushrooms. Episode 3, The Frozen Ship. Episode 4, The Star Scraper. Episode 5, Moonless Night. Episode 6, Moment of Truth. Episode 7, The Red Wedding. Episode 8, We All Fall Down. And episode 9 is I Need Therapy, because reading through that was rough. But guys, rough in a good way, because this is so cool. I'm so glad we're getting more and more news for season 6. We got a brand new poster that we covered on the channel earlier this week. So there's so much to talk about. Again, I can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments below, all of your theories, and if you agree with mine or not, because man, there's so much to talk about. And we're getting very close, I think, to a trailer and a release date. But alrighty, y'all. Again, thanks so much for tuning in, talking episodes 7 and 8 with me. And I can't wait to be back this week for episode 9. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. And I'll catch you at the next screening.